Morning students, this is Raj Gajendra Pillai, Kana Kingdom. Today we are going to learn about English grammar and the topic is essay writing. We will learn about what is an essay, how do we write it, what are the contents in it, what all is to be written in an essay writing. So be ready with your books, take out your notebooks, pencils, be ready to take out, note down all the points which is necessary. So today we will be learning about essay writing. So in that essay writing, we will first of all see what is essay, what contents are main in essay. We will be doing about my school, right? So now let's go with the points of the essay. Essay is particular thing, it's a specific thing which you have to know about the facts, findings, when it was done, what is the concept of it, how it goes, how it runs, what are the activities going on in it. So when you write an essay, you need to know about the particular things. So now let's see what is essay, what are the contents in it, and let's go to the more points of the essay topic having my school. So now let's know about essay. What is essay? When we talk about essay, what is an essay? An essay is generally a piece of writing that gives author's own argument. When we say an essay is generally a piece of writing, it's a piece of writing on the thoughts, on your arguments, on your topic. When you take some topic, it's your general views, about your findings, about your knowledge about the topic. Author means you are the writer. Author is the writer of the essay. So it's a piece of writing. When you take a topic, rain, cloudy day, a school, when you take a topic like myself, when you take a topic like constituency, when you take a topic like one day in a bus station, one day picnic, these are all topics. If you write an essay, patriotism, you write something about music, you write something about an actor, you write something about your favorite athlete. So these are the concepts like essay. When you write essay, it's a generally a piece of writing, gives the author's own argument. Authors means you are writing it, so your argument in this regards, what was this correct or this is not correct. This is what are my findings which I am writing. But the definition is vague. When you tell vague, what is vague? Vague is not definite. It is your perception, your thoughts, your knowledge about that topic. When you talk about a particular topic, when the definition is vague, it means it's not definite. You are telling according to your findings and your knowledge on the topic. Overlapping means your story which is there, one on the other. Overlapping means half of the story from here and half of the story from here. So it's like a overlapping stories. And those on paper, an article, a same topic on paper, on an article, a pamphlet, and a short story. When you talk about all these things, same topic with paper, article, pamphlet is a handbill, a small bill which you can see people distributing for advertisement. An article comes in the newspapers, a small one. a short story, when you talk about a short story written in a magazine or something, if you find the same topic there, it is not correct. The definition is vague, that's not definite. It's overlapping, means half of the points here, 50 or 70% points here, and other story is overlapping. Right? Overlapping means one story on the other story. So, overlapping. And an article is a author's view about this topic. Again, it's an vague, not definite. He is also writing his own brains, his own findings. Pamphlets, which are written. Pamphlets are the handbills, usually in red, blue, yellow color, which you actually, whenever you go on the way, they distribute the pamphlets. Pamphlets are the handbill. It's like a booklet also. It's like a one page pamphlets. And a short story. A short story, if you find a short story in some column, in some magazine, in some books, same topic, but it varies. It's different. It's not definite. All are the overlapping stories. The same story on paper, on an article, on a pamphlet or a short story, it varies. It's not definite. But it's author's own argument, author's own finding, author's own argument. Right? So now, you know what is essay? Essay is generally a piece of writing that gives the author's own argument. So now let's know about essay writing. How does it help students and kids? Essay writing helps kids by inspiring them. What is inspiring? Inspiration. What is inspiration? When you talk about inspiration, you get inspired by the stories of achievement, like Maharana Pratap. You read the story, the war between Maharana Pratap and the Britishers at that time. Rani Lakshmi Bai, Chhatrapati Shivaji. If you see all these characters, if you see all these people who have fought bravely, are the inspiration for the generation to generation which goes on. Inspiring stories about Akbar Birbal, Tenali Raman. You can see inspiring stories. How they inspire, how they give knowledge. It inspires. How brilliant was Birbal. How clever was he to correct Akbar always. How the actors become actor. Before actor they were struggling artist. How they made their way towards achieving their targets and going. So these are the inspirational stories. If you see the stories of all the person who has grown big, right from, you know, the star Amitabh Bachchan, who had struggled when he came to the industry, when he had come to the film industry, he had to struggle a lot to get to, today he is at a certain level, at the top, where people read his story and get inspired that he was struggling artist, he can become a big artist, at least we can reach, we also can do. These are called as inspirational stories. What does essay do? It inspires to use the imagination. Imaginations are the thoughts which is to be actioned. And what is the imagination? You imagine that you have scored the top marks, you have read all the lessons, and you have imagined that you are imagining that you are a good artist. You have painted the entire house. You have painted something which just comes in your thoughts. These are all imagination. When you imagine, essay does this. Essay inspires them to use your imaginations and motivates. What is motivating? Motivating is towards the goal and tell you that you have that courage, you have that power to achieve these targets, you have this power to learn these 2 lessons today, you have very much capable. somebody telling us that you are very much capable of achieving it, you can run 5 kilometers, you can do this work, you can get up early in the morning and complete your homework and lessons. This is all called motivation. Motivate them and read more. Essay writing is which helps the kid, inspiring them to use their imaginations and motivates them to read more. What is essay scripts? They actually inspire you to use your imagination and motivates you to read more about essays. It is also one of the most enjoyable thing to practice grammar and improve your writing and spoken English. So today's essay, my school. My school. What is the picture? Is essay on my school. Right? So now we will be looking into what all is to be written, what all the activities are of our school. We will go through one by one all the pics where you start writing. We make a graph on it, paragraphs on it. Essay is generally of 4 to 5 paragraphs which you write. Right? So now let's see point wise, and in the last we will make an essay. I will read out for you. I'll give you the entire concept, what all the points are to be written, how it's to be written. Right? Now start writing. First of all, when you start an essay, when you are starting with essay, you have to introduce the place's name first. When you are talking about essay, my school, you have to first tell what is your school's name. The school's name is what? My school's name is Kana Kingdom Smart Education. Introduction comes like that, because this is a topic where you know about the school. So first point whenever you start is the introduction about the topic. Introduction about the topic is what? My school. So you will write, my school's name is Kana Kingdom Smart Education, to start with. Right? After the school's name, what are the points? Second thing, what you do here? I study in class 4th. When you say I study in class 4th, you have to introduce with the topic. What is your topic? Your topic is my school, and your relation with the topic is I study in 4th class in my school. Third is, my classrooms are very beautiful and airy. You are talking about your school. Now we are talking about your classrooms. In which class? You have introduced that you are studying in 4th class. Now you are telling more about 4th class. You are telling about your classrooms. Classrooms are very beautiful. When you say about very beautiful, how it becomes beautiful? When it is clean, neat, tidy. All the walls are painted, right? Everything is painted. You have fan, you have AC. Your windows, when the windows are opened, all sides, the air comes in. It's very airy. When you talk about airy, means the air which passes from windows, right? Which comes through windows. And why it is, you are telling that it's airy? Because the climate here is airy. Air is everywhere. You can see the definition, air is everywhere. So in the classroom, it's enough of air. It's very beautiful and airy. When you talk about the point, write these points. After your class, now you are talking about my school has a big playground and a play station for students to play. When you talk about playground, what is a playground for? Playground is for playing games, outdoor games. When you talk about outdoor games, what are outdoor games? Football, volleyball, kho-kho. No, you play all these things out. You run, you practice martial art, right? So when you talk about your school, You write the points, whatever you see. You can see the PlayStation there. You can see the grassy ground in which the students are running. Right? When you write about my school as a big playground, it means you play outdoor games. Leaving the class, there are periods where you have been allowed to play in the grounds, and you have a PlayStation where children go often and play. Right? So now these are the points, and whenever it's an essay, you have to memorize that particular points. When it is given, whatever you see on the pic, you have to write about these things. You have to write about the playground, you have to write about the PlayStation, you have to write about your classroom, how it is, as you have written. Always remember, these are the things which are to be written. Whatever you see in an essay, it should come to your imagination, it should come to your thoughts. The lively points which are there, you have to note it down. You have to write all the particular points. As you are seeing in the screen, you have to mention it. Right? You have seen the playground, you have seen the PlayStation. Please write it down. After your playgrounds, what all our school has? My school. Apart from my classrooms, we also have practical labs. What are the practical labs for? The practical labs are to do practically to look on the chemical reactions. It's a science lab. Practical labs are science labs where we use all the chemicals in the various test tube. You can see the pic number 2, which is here, right, in the right side. In the right side, you can see all the students are doing practicals. That practicals are of science. They are mixing the solution. They are putting it in the test tube. They are checking with the litmus paper what all is happening, how the reactions can be seen in the test tubes. They are using it. They are using the decanters. They are using all the chemicals present in the practical labs to check what are the general reactions in it. They are using the microscope. They are watching everything clearly. A practical lab is for doing everything practical which is in the book. They shows the reactions by using this happens, the color changes here, the reaction on this is this. So while doing it practically, they go to the practical labs for doing science practicals. Now you can see language lab. Language lab is the third one. First, second. First one left, right. On the left side of the musical room. On the left side of the music room, you can see with the headphones. With the headphones, it's an language lab. Language lab helps us to listen audios in regards to spoken English. You hear the English and you start speaking it. It is a part of learning. A part of learning English conversation by listening, by visuals. Visuals means through looking at the videos from the projectors. Arts and craft rooms. It is done practical. We have an art and craft room where we have scissors, we have color glitter papers, we have sticking things. You can cut it, you can paste it, you can make boxes. We have cardboards. We have everything provided in the arts and craft room. Glitters. You have that silver thing, golden thing, where you can paint it, where you can make something, whatever you want. We have all the gelatin papers. We have many things. All that you need for art and craft. We have different color papers for things to make, creative things to make. Yeah, in arts and craft rooms we have provided all things that which is in your books, which can be made, all the things, arts and crafts, different types of scissors, different type of pasting things, different types of, you know, papers, everything you have in arts and craft room. What is music room? In music room we have everything in music room, right? Basic from bongo, tabla, dholak, zombe, we have harmoniums, we have cashews, we have guitar, we have sitar, we have violin, everything is there here, right? What is music room for? It is to learn music, right from harmonium, violin to your instruments. In our school, apart of classrooms, we have practical labs, we have language labs, we have art and craft room, and we have music room. These are all the additional thing which is been provided. Now let's see, write it down, write all the points, what all we have: practical lab, language lab, craft room, music room, write everything. So we have seen, we have practical labs, we have computer labs, we have music room, everything is there. Now in my school we also have a library. What is a library? Library is a collection of books which provides us more of knowledge, a general knowledge. Apart of our books and studies, we can go to the library, we can borrow and read books on variety of subjects, giving vast knowledge about the world. The general quiz questions, some comics, you can learn, you can explore the entire world through books. We have a big library where it has more than 1,000 books, different types of books, right from standard 1, which helps till 10th standard, all the books which is needed for your information. You just have to check the racks in which it is stacked. You take the book, you borrow the book, what all topics you need to learn, you open it, or else you take it home and get it back. You can borrow the books, you can read the books, and you can again give it back. It is also an additional facility from the school. In my school we have a library. Library is a plus point where you don't have to search here and there, where you don't have to ask somebody that you have the book, you don't have to search Google, you have to go to your library, take out the book and practically sit. It's a silent place where nobody makes noise. You can sit there, you can go through the books, you can write it down, you can learn it. So we talk about my school. My school, we also have a library where we can borrow and read books of variety of subjects for general knowledge and explore the world through books. So now, after looking at the modern amenities, what all we have in our school, the provision, now the best thing about my school is that it has lots of creative and dedicated teachers. And we say, best thing about my school is that it has lots of creative, things. When you want a student to grow, you need to have a creative things in the school. With lots of creative things, what you need for a student? Dedicated teachers. When you say about dedicated teachers, what do they do? The dedicated teachers teach each and every student about the basics of the life, ethics of the life. What are ethics? Ethics are the things to identify and tell this is right and this is wrong. Teach good manners, teach them how to venture the world, how you speak with the world. Socially means in the world when you go out, how you address people, what you speak, whatever you speak, it should be sense. So all the dedicated teachers, a part of the subject which they are teaching, SST, the knowledge about social life, geography about the entire world, the globe, the geographical lines. The geographical lines means what are the Tropic of Cancer, longitude, latitude. General knowledge, a subject general knowledge, where you are taught who is the president, prime minister, right from this country to the Asian countries, worldwide what is happening. 7 wonders of world. Dedicated teachers, what they do, they make student a wise person. By the time they learn everything, dedicated teachers love them. They teach them all the ethics of life, all the way of living, the way of truth, the way of living. Now also the Guru Shishya tradition is still going on, where we teach them about epics, where we teach them all the necessary information about all the various religions, about all the necessary things which he needs to know at his level of age. His first standard, we teach him according to the knowledge of his understanding. As he grows on, we teach him more. So I said the Guru Shishya tradition still is there at a par. It's not only smart education. With the smart education, the Guru Shishya tradition, as the old gurus used to teach about the epics, we teach them basics, we teach them according to the knowledge, according to their level of understanding. It is being still carry forwarded. It's not only smart. Along with smart, we still follow the tradition of Guru Shishya, where we teach them everything which is needed of all religion. We talk, we make them explain. We make them explain about the basics of religions also. So now this is something, we have a lots of creative and dedicated teachers as well, who make a student a person of understanding. And still the Guru Shishya tradition carries forward. It goes on. As ancient times, today also we look into and we still follow the tradition of Guru Shishya. Write it down. So now, after the tradition of Guru Shishya, my school we are talking about. So now, what all is being conducted? All the competitions and cultural events takes place in auditorium. What is auditorium? It's a special room, an auditorium where it's totally open. A big space is been provided where we can put more than 100 chairs, and an open space with a small dais, a small performance platform where you can sit and judge the people. Like you can see a big auditorium where all the competitions takes place, where the competition of speech, the competition of drawing, the competition of performing, debates, quiz, everything happens in the auditorium. And on the special occasions we have cultural programs where everybody gets a chance. We have a dance master who teaches about dancing, cultural dances, about Kathakali, Bollywood music, everything. It teaches everything to all the students. We have one subject of cultural, singing. Apart of singing, we have dancing. traditional dances. When we have competitions, we organize it in our auditoriums. When we have cultural programs, we have a big stage. A big stage, outdoors, indoors, both. In activity room, we do it, or else we have a stage where we conduct all these events, cultural events, in which everybody gets a chance of all classes, where they come out with their interest. They take part. Everybody takes part in competition. It's a compulsory thing. In cultural events, there are dances and other programs which is set where everybody takes part. This dance, that dance. We have 14-15 dances in which everybody who is interested gets a chance to present himself or herself. They come out and they take an active part. And chairs are being provided for more than 100 people in the auditorium itself, which is indoors. Right? After looking at all these points, when we talk about my school, feel that my school is the best school in our city. When we talk about best school in our city, means we are proud of it to say that my school is the best one in our city. In the Didwana, my school is best, because I know all the features which are there, all the dedicated teachers which are there, all the tradition which are there, all the cultural activities, and all the necessary guidance which we get. We feel, and from our heart we say that my school is the best school in our city. I write this point too. So now, when I say my school is the best, now to conclude with, just to have the last line of the essay. Now I am telling that I love my school because I enjoy studying there. I love my school because I enjoy studying there. A part of all the modern amenities, computer lab, music, cultural events, studying is enjoying the studies. I enjoy studying because study is the main part of the school, where I enjoy the school with my teachers, those who teach me, because it becomes very interesting when these additional facilities are there. But the main thing is the study which I enjoy. The main part of the school is study which I love. I love my school because I enjoy studying here. Now let's write about the paragraphs. We have seen all the points, all the pics where what it said. You are noted down all the points. When writing about essay, you have to always recollect that what all you see, you have to write it. In the picture form, whatever you see, you have to write it in a paragraph. Essays are always paragraphs, 4 to 5 paragraphs, maybe 6, but you need to write. It's a piece of writing. Essay is a piece of writing. Right? So now let's write essay on my school in a paragraph wise. I will read it out, which is been written in paragraphs. So now in the first paragraph, what we write? My school's name is Kanha Kingdom Smart Education. I study in 4th class in my school. It is one of the best schools in the city. The classrooms in my school are big and tidy. There are big and wide windows for good ventilation. We have white and green boards, markers, chalk, dusters and projectors in all classrooms. Alright? This is paragraph 1. This comes in one paragraph. Now, apart from classroom, what are you writing? We also have a practical labs, where I have said that it is for science. You do practicals. Art and craft rooms, where you prepare all the modern things. You have provision of all things, like right from paper to sticking gum with scissors, pasting, cutting, everything can be done in the arts and craft room. Music room, there you can learn rhythms, there you can learn music. We have provisions of harmonium, violin, sitar, guitar. We have congo, bongo, tabla, dholak, everything, zambe. We have everything, and we have staff rooms. A part of classrooms, we have practical labs, arts and craft room, music room, staff room. Staff room is for the staff to sit and prepare the schedules. We also have a library where we can borrow and read books. All the competition and cultural events take place in our auditorium of my school. So all the competition and cultural events takes place in auditorium. The cultural events also take place in auditorium of my school. Auditorium is big where hundreds of people can sit on chairs, and it is an open place where you can perform, where you can be seated on chairs. The auditorium is very spacious and hundreds of chairs for audience. So now we have known about, this is the second para where we have known about how the things are, the craft rooms, we can borrow books, library, we have written about our auditorium. In the second para we have written a part of classroom. A part of classroom, what all we have. This is para 2, leaving the classroom. First we have written about classroom, now we have written about a part of classroom. So this is the second para. Now, first we have written about classrooms, second we have written all the additional things, what all we have, the practical labs we have spoke about, we have music rooms, we have everything which we have mentioned along with auditorium. Now we are writing about the campus. It has a huge campus with a big playground. I along with my friends regularly play football and other outdoor games at the playground. We also play cricket, football, hide and seek in the playground. My school has a lot of small gardens. In the small gardens, what we see? We have roses, we have sunflower, we have hibiscus, we have mogra. These are the flowers, marigolds in this garden. The flowers make my school look even more beautiful. We have small gardens everywhere. We have planted all in the flower pots. We have different types of pots where it's daily watered. So all these flowers like hibiscus, mogra, marigold, sunflower, everything you can see. Different types of, whenever you enter school you can see gardens, small one in the right, small one on the left. It is always being watered, kept fresh. All the flowers shows their original color, where we can see roses, we can see sunflowers, we can see hibiscus, we can see mogra, we can see marigolds. All this thing makes our school more beautiful. When we enter, we can see the grassy ground, the green one, with all these flowers on both the sides. When we walk inside the school, on the left and right, we can see all the flowers on both the sides. Beautiful flowers glowing with their original colors. The roses, you can see rose, you can see the yellow sunflowers, you can see mogra white, you can see marigolds. The best thing about my school, now we go to para 4. The best thing about my school is it has lots of creative and dedicated teachers. When we talk about creative, already have told you about creative. What is creative? We make creative things, lots of creative things. We teach them, we advise them to do creative things, arts and crafts, creative things, music, creative things, speech, creative things, everything which is creative. It is a new for a student to learn about a speech. When we teach him how to speak, how a speech is to be addressed on the microphone, it's a creative thing for him. When we teach him how to draw, when we teach him how to speak, when we teach him how to perform, when we teach him how to dance, it's all creative things for him. It's a new thing for him. It is all taught by the dedicated teachers, which we already spoke about, the dedicated teachers who teach you about the basic manners, ethics of life. All our teachers are very hard working. We are taught self-discipline, honesty, dedication and love with everyone. Discipline is the thing which is to be maintained. Whenever you go to schools, whenever you are at home, wherever you go to the office or wherever you are, you have to maintain discipline. If the discipline says you have to sit quiet, you have to sit quiet. You have to ask permission to go inside. You have to ask permission. Honesty is the best policy. When you talk about honesty, you have to be honest, always to be true. Never tell lies. By saying truth, you can avoid your brains getting corrupted. Once you speak one lies, you get habited. So never be honest. If you have done some work, be honest to accept it. If you have done something wrong, accept it. Be honest with your family, be honest to yourself. Then only you can go ahead in life. If once you speak one lies, you have to speak hundreds of lies to cover up that lies. So never tell lies. Be honest. Tell that I have done this. Tell this, I have not done this. Be honest to yourself. Then only you grow in life. Dedication. You have to be dedicated. You have to be dedicated. If you have been asked to do something, you need to have lots of dedication towards your work, towards your words which you are given. You have to be very much dedicated. You say that I will do this. You have to do it. That's called as dedication. You need to have dedication if you have accepted some work to do. Said, I will complete this work, I will learn this. You should not sleep. You should be so dedicated towards your work. You don't sleep, but you complete the work which you have taken as an assignment. You have taken, I will do this work by tomorrow. You have to do it. That is called dedication. And love with everyone. They love us. They love all of us. Our teachers are very hardworking. We are taught self-discipline, honesty, dedication and love with everyone. They love all of us. They teach us well, helps us whenever we have any doubt. We have learned the entire lesson, but we still have doubt. What we do? We ask the teacher. What does our teacher does? Our teacher helps us if we have any doubt. They teach us subject like maths, English, Hindi, EVS, environmental studies, etc. They always maintain a happy and a fun environment. They are never so much of strict. They may always maintain happy. Whenever they see, they smile. So whenever this process of smiling and having fun environment in the school, then it becomes a good environment for studies. When you see every time somebody is serious, you won't speak to them. But here, teachers make an environment of happiness and an environment of school for studying, a fun environment for studying. I truly love my school very much. This is second para where the best thing about my school that it has lots of creative and dedicated teachers. All of our teachers are very hardworking. We are taught self-discipline, honesty, dedication and love with everyone. They love all of us. For a teacher, male, female, both the teachers take care of all the students. All the students are one. Whether it may be girl, whether it may be boy, irrespective, everybody gets the equal love. Everybody gets the equal studies. Everything which is written, it's not in private, it's written on the boards for everybody. And whatever is being taught, It's not for one, it's uniformity for all the students. If they don't know, they come separately. If they don't know, they have some doubts, it is been taught again. If anything is been asked 10 times, they have been explained. They have been taught in a better way. They teach us a subject like maths, English, Hindi, EVS, etc. They always maintain a happy and fun environment in the school. Who does this? Teachers. I truly love my school very much. So this is again one more paragraph. Now in the last paragraph, the best school is one that provides friendly, peaceful and cooperative environment for studies. This is talking about best school. Best school is one that provides friendly. Friendly means approachable. You can speak to, you can ask where there are doubts. Friendly means when you greet, it is with a smile. When you address and ask something, how are you, sir? When the answer is yes, I am fine, thank you. This is a friendly environment, right? Peaceful. Peaceful means when you are in the class, teacher enters, you get up, make them sit, and a peaceful environment is created where children are ready to study. Peaceful environment and cooperative environments make the place a good thing, a good environment for studies. Because when a teacher comes, everybody gets ready, they greet them, and they take out their books for studying a new topic. What is this new topic? This new topic can be of Hindi, English, Maths, EVS, anything. So, the best school is one which provides friendly, peaceful, cooperative environment for studies. Fortunately, our school has the best learning environment. When we talk fortunately, means it's a must. When we say about fortunate, unfortunate means unlucky, fortunate means luckily. It's our fortune. When we say it's according to our fate, according to our fate. Fate means according to our writings, according to our fortunately. When we say fortune, it's like luckily. In other words, you can say luckily, according to our fate. Fortunately, our school has best learning environment. Environment is the surroundings, the happenings, the surroundings which we talk environment. It's created, environments are created in schools and other places. When we talk about environment, it's a creative environment, because when everybody is happy, the environment becomes good, the environment becomes happy, right? So best learning. Fortunately, our school has the best learning environment. We all live like a family here because we spend more time. Even in the house, we spend less time, but with coordination of the teacher and the environment, we stay for 9 to 3. This time, 9 to 3, 3:34, we stay with our teachers, we speak to them much more than we do converse with our parents. This time we are always with our friends, with our classmates and teachers, learning something new, playing, learning. In intervals we are having our lunch. All this time we are spending at school. So what we become like? We become like a family, where everything from morning till 3:30, 4, we are with each other as a family member. We talk about family member, right? So the school like ours are real wealth of our country. The school like ours are real wealth. These are the real treasure. Wealth means it's a treasure of our country. In our countries, such schools where it forms friendly environment, cooperative, good knowledge, make a good learning environment, where along with studies there are many activities, lots of creative activities, dedicated teachers, friendly environment for studies. This is the real wealth of our country. When we talk about our country, in our countries, such schools are real treasure, where everything is good, where the environment is very pleasant for studies, where cultural activities are there, where practical labs are there, where libraries are there, where cultural events are there, where we have activity halls, dedicated teachers ready to teach, ready to clear all the doubts whenever you have. I truly love my school very much. The last says the best school is that one provides friendly, peaceful and cooperative environment for studies. Fortunately, our school has a best learning environment. We all live like a family here. The school like ours are the real wealth of our country. I truly love my school very, very much. So now we have concluded with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 paragraphs. Essays are usually of 5 paragraphs, where it says about your school. When you talk about, we have spoke about our school, our classrooms, and we spoke about our school, then we spoke about our activities, then we spoke about our creativities, about our teaching staff, then in the last we have written that environment of the school, the best school which provides what all it is given, the environment which is given, the friendly thing which is given, the family thing, what we feel like a family. So this is all makes our school a real wealth of our country, and we truly love my school, which says, the author says, means the 5 graphs which is written, the 5 paragraphs which are written, in which says I truly love my school very much because of all these additional facilities, with the dedicated teachers, with all the provision, with all the good environments which has been created for studies. Apart of these studies, everybody is like a family here. So this essay is all about my school, with teaching staff, with all the modern amenities, with study culture, with environment, study environment, with all the additional labs, practical labs, music, dance, cultural events, all are provided with studies. So I truly love my school very much. In this essay, we have written about our school, right? So now, happy learning about the essay, my school. So now, write it down and memorize it as well. Now you know how to write an essay. Essay contains of 4-5 paragraphs, where you have to write it. Write, take the imaginations, whatever essay it is, take the imaginations, make photographs in it, write about that things, describe that thing in 4 to 5 paragraphs. This is what essay is, right? It's your perception, what you are writing. The same school, somebody may write it in a different way, but this is the 5 graphs of the school. This is a type of essay writing. So you have learned essay writing. Thank you. Write it down.